what's your badge number?
What's your name?
What's your badge number? Badge number. That says name.
3K12.
Okay.
Now what's your name?
I'm not making any statements.
You're not making any statements?
Nope. I was on my gas bicycle.
Okay, that's a gas-powered vehicle. You have to have a driver's license.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Not when it's 50cc and you have a permit for it.
You just noticed how a 15-year-old controlled the police officers. However, that was just a tiny piece of a fiery debate that lasted nearly 40 minutes, during which the young man came out as the absolute victor by calmly shaming half the police station with his knowledge. On September 29, 2019, the police received a report that a man named Michael Franchik had a conflict with his neighbor over his 15-year-old son, Jack, who was riding a motorcycle around the neighborhood. The police quickly went to the location, and upon questioning the neighbor, they found out that Michael allegedly had a weapon tucked in his belt when they arrived at the front door of the Franchik family's house.
Can I help you?
Hello, are you, Michael?
Hi, can I help you with something?
Yeah, we're here about a...
And your name?
Officer Rodriguez.
First name?
Jim.
Jim, how are you, Jim? And your name? Please?
So,
Sorry? Badge number?
What's that?
Badge number,
Okay.
please?
let's go ahead and talk about the incident that you had out here a few minutes ago.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Step down here for me.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no.
Just now, you saw what caused this police intervention to take a different turn. Following this, Michael started to fight with the officers who were attempting to take him away from his home. They handcuffed and arrested him after using a taser during this. Jack, his kid, bravely stood up for his dad and started recording everything you see here on out. The sound of smashed glass filled the air as the battle grew more intense, and Michael succeeded in escaping the policeman's grasp and making a desperate run toward the back of the house. Jack trailed closely after, making sure to record every detail since he was desperate to get it all.
Don't take his phone! Don't take his phone! I'm good. I'm good. I've chilled the whole time. I haven't done anything.
Relax.
I haven't resisted.
Officers.
I'm trying to just talk to you.
I am behind my back. This is unbelievable.
No, I know.
This is
They
unbelievable.
walked in the house without a search warrant.
This is unbelievable.
Okay.
It's all on film. Get my camera.
It's on my phone too.
It's on
now.
my phone. The whole thing is on film. The whole thing is on film. Jack, follow me and record.
Right this way.
Follow me and record.
Give us space.
I'm not.
Give us space.
Okay.
No, Jack,
What's
record
your
the whole
space?
thing.
What's your space?
Jack, record the whole thing. Oh, you're recording.
Give us space.
Does this look like enough space?
I didn't resist.
I know.
I didn't do it. You know. See, he acknowledged that I didn't resist, Jack.
Yeah, I have it on video.
I didn't resist.
Well, we asked you to stop, right?
I didn't do anything against your instructions. This guy came into my house without a warrant, without any probable cause.
Let me just talk for a second.
I said, I don't know anything, and he tackled me in my house.
He told you to stop, right?
He did not say anything of the sort.
Officer,
It's
I
all on
heard the
video.
whole thing, and it's on video, so-
It's all on
I know,
video.
it is.
It's all on video.
It is.
Dude, that guy is out of control. I'm filing
Officer,
complaint against him. I
officer.
want him nowhere near me. That guy is crazy.
The police will investigate any tips they get that suggest someone may be in possession of a weapon in order to protect the public, especially if they follow a fight or confrontation. In terms of entering a person's home, the Fourth Amendment grants them the right to be free from arbitrary searches and seizures. Generally speaking, law enforcement cannot enter a person's home without a warrant or their consent. Nevertheless, in certain situations known as exigent circumstances, where prompt action is required, law enforcement may be able to carry out certain actions that would typically require a warrant. There are some exceptions to the Fourth Amendment's warrant requirement under the United States Constitution. Whether or not there are true exigent circumstances in this situation would depend on the specifics of the case, and it could be disputed in court.
Give us space.
I'm not.
Give us space.
Okay.
No, Jack,
What's
record
your
the whole
space?
thing.
What's your space?
Jack, record the whole thing. Oh, you're recording.
Give us space.
Does this look like enough space?
I didn't resist.
I know.
I didn't do it. You know. See, he acknowledged that I didn't resist, Jack.
Yeah, I have it on video.
I didn't resist.
Well, we asked you to stop, right?
I didn't do anything against your instructions. This guy came into my house without a warrant, without any probable cause.
Let me just talk for a second.
I said, I don't know anything, and he tackled me in my house.
He told you to stop, right?
He did not say anything of the sort.
Officer,
it's all
I
on
heard the
video.
whole thing, and it's on video, so-
It's all
I
on
know,
video.
it is.
It's all on video.
It is.
Dude, that guy is out of control. I'm filing
Officer,
complaint against him. I
officer.
want him nowhere near me. That guy is crazy.
No. What's your name?
Yeah, I do not need to give you that.
Yeah, you do.
For what reason?
Jack, don't do
Because you're
anything.
I
involved
know.
in this.
I'm involved with this, yes. But this guy threatened me and called the cops on you. And what's your badge number?
What's your name?
What's your badge number? badge number. That says name.
3K12.
Okay.
Now, what's your name?
I'm not making any statements.
You're not making any statements?
Nope.
Okay, I have the right to identify you. You understand that, right?
Then you can search up my face and you can search up my record.
It's evident that Jack is fairly aware of the law and is aware of his rights. He also acts very well toward the police because he gets what he wants without giving them cause to take offense. Let's now see how the police are acting. They clearly understand that their response was incorrect and that the matter as a whole is a little out of control. One officer was even seen on camera stating, "I know," in response to Michael's admission that he didn't resist. Officer Rodriguez is obviously anxious, and at one point even acts aggressively against Jack during the chaotic arrest that took place in the residence. Jack is only 15 years old, so keep in mind that his education and cell phone are currently the only things posing a threat to the cops.
I was on my gas bicycle.
Okay, that's a gas-powered vehicle. You have to have a driver's license.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Not when it's 50cc and you have a permit for it.
Officers need to be more cautious while dealing with children. Threats are troublesome from a legal and ethical standpoint, particularly when they contain the possibility of bodily injury, as Officer Rodriguez's threat did. The cop might be in trouble with the law if Jack felt endangered. Any force used by the police, even a light shove, has to be justified. Police are not allowed to use force just because someone is filming them or because it irritates them. As long as the recording doesn't obstruct the officer's performance of their responsibilities or put anyone in risk. Americans typically have the First Amendment right to film police officers carrying out their official duties in public areas.
What I'm saying.
I
So
understand
we're
that.
gonna come,
Yes, I
okay?
totally understand that,
Okay?
but you can't just tackle him.
But when he's told to stop, he has to stop. That's a
And if
lawful
he
command by an
doesn't,
officer.
We can get physical.
Okay?
But you can't just come in the house without
Yes,
a...
We have to
can.
control this situation.
Do you
Yes,
have a
we
search
can.
warrant?
We don't need a
We don't
search
need
Yes,
one.
you do to
You
come
might
in
want to go to
someone's house.
school and learn the law.
I
before
already
you wanna
know the
try it.
law.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Okay.
We're not going to
No,
argue
you
about
Okay,
that.
please don't talk to me,
Okay.
so get out of my way.
Here, Jack describes the beginning of the dispute between his father and the neighbor. To put it briefly, Jack's writing about annoyed the neighbor. When the neighbor began to threaten him, Jack's father intervened and threatened to defend himself if the guy continued to get in his face. There was no use of a weapon.
Filing a...
Okay.
What's
Just,
caught on him? Because he
Okay.
touched me when I did nothing.
okay.
I mean,
Do you want to have a actual conversation?
Where's he going?
To Summit County Jail.
Okay,
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm more willing to talk to you, but I'm not going to play the stupid games. Okay?
you kind of are. 'Cause-
Okay, we're done.
Okay.
Okay?
Can I have the case number right now?
Huh?
Can I have, where...
We can give it to your dad.
No, right now. I need to hear.
Okay, that.
Tell you what, you can go in the house, you can do whatever, but we're done with you guys.
Okay.
You guys aren't being cooperative, we'll leave it at that.
We're being cooperative. We just
No,
told
you're
you.
not, you're just being mouth.
However, it seems like Officer Rodriguez is bothered by Jack's propensity to talk a lot and know a lot of things. As stated previously, there was never a weapon used during this entire incident. Mr. Michael wasn't even physically argued with, thus it was unfair to portray him like a threat. Jack's ability to quiet all the officers around him is amazing. They put them in a very uncomfortable situation with his verbal prowess and intelligence, as you can see by attentively observing their body language and emotions. When Jack starts probing the cop about the weapon, we'll see what more he discovers.
So, told you get out of the way. Or he's
You know what?
going to
Let's take him to the
kick your ass, beat your ass, whatever it was.
Yes.
Yes.
Then what
Beat my
happened?
ass. And I rode my bicycle back here. He ran back with me. I closed the garage and I told my dad.
Okay.
My dad was like, "Who is this? If anything goes farther, I'm gonna have to call the police." He walks outside to see where the guy is.
Your dad?
Mhm.
Okay.
And the guy comes out and he steps and he for instance, he walks and he goes like this. He walks up right to his face like this. And he said, "Step back, because you're violating my his personal space."
Okay.
One, and two, if he steps one more close or he touches him, he has the right to defend himself. And that is easily the right to defend himself. So there's no reason why he says a gun is involved.
It wasn't him that said it. He doesn't even know about this. This was a completely other parties that were watching the whole thing happen.
There was no gun involved.
There was no gun involved.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you what we were told, and it was tucked in his back waistband / pocket, and they seen it as he was walking away. So I'm just telling you, we can only go off the information we're provided.
I understand that.
Okay. So.
But we have two witnesses that were literally on site, and we're telling you the truth, and he's telling you the truth. So
But no one's talked to us yet, and that's where we're trying to get to.
I understand that.
Okay. All right. So that's what. So and then what happened after that point? After separated or?
We walked back inside, and yeah.
Okay.
And now you guys are here, coming in the house, and I don't know why he's detained. I don't know why he's getting arrested.
Well, I'm not going to get into that and talk to you about that.
Well, you can, because he's my dad, and it was on my property. But
Okay, well, it's not your property, it's your dad's, but we're not going to get into that, okay?
actually, technically, it is, because I'm underneath his guardian. So.
Okay, but we're not going to get into that, okay?
Okay.
I'm just trying to find out where, what we're trying to get situated
Okay.
is what took place between you guys being
Okay, and I'm filing a
Okay,
what's called on him because he
Okay.
touched me when I did nothing.
Okay,
I mean,
do you want to have a
where's your
actual
dad
conversation?
Where's he going?
To Summit County Jail.
Okay,
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm more than willing to talk to you, but I'm not going to play the stupid games. Okay?
you kind of are.
Mr. Franchek is permitted to carry a concealed firearm, including in his waistline, if he possesses a current Utah concealed firearm permit. If a firearm is 2 actions away from firing, Utah also permits open carry. This usually entails carrying a semi-automatic without a round chamber, but if the weapon is hidden, the previously specified CFP is required. Someone can be in trouble with the law if they intentionally told the police something about Mr. Franchek carrying a firearm. Let's now examine the discussion's conclusion to see what transpired following all of this.
What's your name?
You already figured it out. So
I figured it out.
you already got it from him.
What was he arrested for? My mom's wondering.
It's none of her business.
I can't.
He's in this actually, so it kind of is her business.
Okay.
Well, you're a star.
He's an adult, so
Okay.
we don't have to tell you. All right? He can tell you, and then you can tell him, and he can tell mom and dad.
Yeah.
So we're all done here.
Okay.
You guys are
Can you
free.
tell me what he's arrested for?
He can tell you what he's arrested for. He shouldn't be gone too long, I don't think. As long as he treats
he
the
home
jail staff
tonight?
a little better. I don't speak for the jail,
Okay.
but
Did we get his identification?
Yeah.
he didn't give it to us.
You
but I
have his
figured
last
it
name
out.
and you figured out my first name, so.
So I'll screen this for
Yeah, we'll screen that
no
for
disclosure of
failure to
ID.
identify.
Okay. I literally said I don't make statements. You're like begging me for my
Okay, but here's
identification.
the thing.
Just
I'm-
so you know,
I'm not talking to
You're
you. I'm
required
talking
by
to you.
law.
Jack, let me explain something to you,
Okay,
Jack.
I'm not talking to you.
Jack, the reason we're here is because of you racing your motorcycle or your gas-powered bike or whatever.
That I have a permit for.
Okay,
So I don't know why you're here. And you're
just
here.
told you
You're
why we're
here
here.
because he told me because someone called the cops saying that there was a gun involved. So you don't have to lie because I know that guy.
no. We found out there was a gun involved later.
No, when someone called, he told me you guys came here for that. I have it on video. I don't
All
care.
right.
You guys can say whatever.
Have a nice day, all right?
Okay, you too.
Here was he wants to hear, so.
In the end, Michael Franchek was taken into custody and accused of disorderly conduct, failing to reveal his identity and interfering with an arresting officer. However, not long after the arrest, these charges were withdrawn. Franchek then filed a federal lawsuit against Park City, claiming that the confrontation had violated his and his son's civil rights. Following a thorough examination, Officer Rodriguez was determined to have violated 5 procedural misconduct counts. Internal Affairs found 3 Park City police officers guilty of 9 different infractions. Sergeant Cameron Thor was ultimately dismissed from his position.